Hello everyone and welcome back to Mass Effect 3. In the last episode we came here to the Citadel asking for help. Help wasn't exactly immediately forthcoming, but we have been given some way that we can potentially get help. Which is Palaven. Primarch Fedorian of the Turian hierarchy has called a war summit that presents an opportunity for the Alliance to request help building the Crucible. Unfortunately, Fedorian was caught up in the Reaper attack on Palaven. Rescue the Turian Primarch from Palaven's moon. We'll be doing this in an episode or two's time, and here I'd like to talk about where these missions it calls priority missions, because the issue is they aren't priority at all. This game has a lot of time-sensitive missions that can only be done at certain places, and if you don't do them by certain points, you lose them. Any mission that has priority in its name is, by definition, not priority. It will actually, advancement will stop until you do that thing, so if you have a quest, you know you'll have it until the minimum, the next priority mission. The priority missions will hang around forever, so it's an irritating thing to me because they're called priority and they're actually the opposite of them, that they are some of the only non-timed in any way missions in the game. But when we're doing side missions, I'll talk a bit more about that, and for every mission I will give the point of the game at which it can no longer be done, if applicable. This episode we're going to be looking around the Citadel, so basically that is our long-term mission, is Palaven, but actually we've got 2 more episodes to do before then, I suspect, so let's start off by talking to head of CSEC, Commander Bailey, who is somewhere near here. Here he is. Let's have a chat with him.
There is no anti-humanity conspiracy here, Ms. Al-Jalani. The Council's simply not granting interviews at this time.
My viewers are going to know that CSEC and the Council are denying them access.
Listen, lady, you think I like playing gatekeeper between the paparazzi and the politicians? I don't have time to babysit them, and I'm not here to hold your hand.
Well, I'm camping out until I'm granted an audience.
Fine. I hope you brought a sleeping bag.
Commander Shepard? Commander, humanity has questions.
Damn press.
See, you're keeping the peace?
Yeah, I feel like a glorified doorman.
Most people would see it as a move up.
Wedged in here with all the stuffed shirts, I'd rather be back down on the streets. I appreciate the higher pay grade, but I'm not a political creature.
If you didn't want to be upped, why'd you accept?
You don't say no to Counselor Udina. Well, maybe you would, but I gotta live here. I know, squeaky wheel gets the oil, but I didn't lobby for a promotion like some other officers. I'm not even sure why he picked me. I never know with politicians. I hate political BS.
Don't lose your edge. You might need it.
Oh, wouldn't mind an excuse to get my fingers dirty. It's killing me about Earth.
You and me both.
I haven't been back in years. Now I may never. If this ain't the end of days, it's pretty damn close.
So on that happy note, we were also, last episode, we were reinstated as a Spectre by the Council. And that gives us access to this area here, Spectre Requisitions, where there are three main things we can play around with. First off, there's 2 terminals here. First off, the main Spectre terminal gives us a bit of a welcome. Welcome to the Spectre Information Processing Center. This terminal offers secure information access and support for authorization of covert operations and requisitions. It is restricted to operatives currently on duty with the Special Tactics and Reconnaissance. Any operation requiring payment can be executed at the terminal nearby, which supports secure and untraceable financial transactions. There's also a bit of intel here on the Quarian fleet. Quarian pilgrim Jen Volan van Narnima on the Citadel received a large credit transfer from the fleet. Jen Volan purchased tech, including high-end weapon mounts and kinetic barrier emitters from several ship service centers. Good lord, that's hard to say. On Ilium, another Quarian pilgrim, unidentified, was searching for a ship travelling close to the Perseus Veil. The pilgrim was later heard saying that his pilgrimage was recalled. Data suggests the Quarian fleet is withdrawing its pilgrims and upgrading ships for combat somewhere near the Perseus Veil. This could be a reaction to Reaper invasion, but no formal offer or request for assistance has come. Intel suggests the Quarians may instead be preparing for conflict with the Geth. We'll be dealing with that somewhere down the line, but worth being aware of. Spectre Requisitions we can use to buy shit. 2 things you can buy here. Well, technically 3 things, but these are all one thing. These are some fancy weapons you can get from here. We can't afford any of them, even remotely. But the main thing is any weapons or armor that you miss during missions then places obviously we can't go back to Mars now, will be available for purchase here, but obviously they're free if you got them on the missions, so that's worth knowing. Then finally, we have the shooting range here. So this is basically if you want a chance to test out weapons and ammo and that kind of thing, we've got a weapon bench here, and we can do various things to these, like we can upgrade our sniper rifles now, so we can give it concentration and extended barrel, which is all very nice here. Our power recharge speed is a bit down because we're slightly overweighted, I think, actually. But that's because it's put a pistol on me. That'll be why. I tend to not have pistols on for that reason. But yes, so I've given the concentration mod slows time by 25% and damage when you scope up. And then extended barrel also just increases damage. So that's our sniper rifle just made a little more powerful here. And you've got 3 types of target here that you can test out on. Targets with shields, targets with health, and targets with armor to see how the various weapons you've got do against them. I don't use this a huge deal, but hey, it can be interesting for some people. With that, let's head back to the main kind of embassies area. So after our brief meeting with her at Bailey's office, here is the reporter Khalisah Al-Jilani.
Commander Shepard. Commander Shepard. Khalisah been seen in Al-Jilani. Isn't it true that you were on Earth when the Reapers attacked? How do you justify running away while millions of people on Earth die? Is that the best we can expect from the Alliance?
I've had enough of your tabloid journalism.
Ha! You want some?
You're angry, I get that. But I came here to get help for Earth, not answer your questions. Stay down. I came to get help for Earth. For everyone.
What about all the people suffering while you play politics with the Council? What about them? How can you stand here while our families die? What are you going to do?
Khalisah, we're doing everything we can.
Before they cut the feeds, there were so many dead.
I'm gonna stop the Reapers or die trying, but I need your help. Keep asking the hard questions. Don't let the Council forget about Earth.
I will. Thank you, Commander. I haven't always spoken kindly of the military, but I'm glad you're on our side.
So, that gives us a Khalisah bint Sane and Al-Jilani as a war asset, and I'll describe next episode what that actually really means, but also this is a good chance to talk about interrupts. You'll notice there was 2. There was a right trigger red Renegade interrupt, and a left trigger blue Paragon interrupt. Renegade, bad. Paragon, good. Generally, evil or good, depends how you view it. Generally, I will be tending towards doing the Paragon ones and tending towards not doing the Renegade ones, but any interrupt that happens that I do not show, I will be showing in that formula of notice. It does a kind of flash to white, I call them visions, because I love Xenoblade Chronicles, but it's that kind of thing, and basically those will always show alternative paths that we're not going down, that I want to show there and then what they do, but because of the visuals and stuff like that, it should be obvious that we're not doing them. But they're called interrupts, and they do come up fairly frequently. Anyway, we've got this VI here, Avina.
Hello, Commander Shepard. Welcome to Citadel Embassies. The current human ambassador is Dominic Osoba. Commander Bailey is the CSEC officer on duty. You will find him in the Citadel Security District office.
Any other important areas I should know about?
The Normandy is currently docked in D-24, which is tagged to your biometrics. Docking Bay E-24 has been repurposed into temporary housing to accommodate the recent influx of civilians to the Citadel. For medical needs, the Presidium offers leading-edge care at the Huerta Memorial Hospital. The Presidium Commons have been a cultural mainstay since the Council was first established at the Citadel.
That's it. Thanks.
Please speak with me again if you require further assistance.
So that just gives you a bit of an overview of the Citadel. Here is James, and so we can have a bit of a chat with him at this point.
Hey, Commander. Liara told me the Council's not interested in helping us.
Something like that.
Why would they? Look at this place. There's no war here. People are whispering about it. They're talking about it, but they don't really believe it.
I take it this is your first time here with the elite of the galaxy.
I've been to the Citadel, but never up here on the Presidium. not right. It looks pretty, calm and peaceful. But it's not right. It's all just an illusion.
It was peaceful. Once.
But was it? Really? I mean, when push comes to shove, they're just gonna turtle up. Hope it don't hit them too, right? They'd rather believe in this than face the truth.
I can hardly believe it myself. Like everything back on Earth was some kind of nightmare.
Yeah. That's what I hate most. It's like this place wants you to forget that.
So, you still want to go back to Earth?
Hell yeah, but...
But?
You were right. So was Anderson. We can't stop them alone. Besides, looks like you're gonna have your hands full convincing these pendejo politicians to help us. And I'm up for it. Whatever it takes.
Glad to hear it.
I'm gonna head down to some of the lower levels where they keep it real. You got some spare time? You should come and find me.
Maybe I'll do that.
I'm still not the biggest fan of James as an addition to this game. I could do without him. Anyway, we're done on the Presidium Embassies for now, so let's head down to the hospital. So here there's a fair few things we can do at the hospital. There is, opposite the reception, there's this terminal here, Certa Supplies, which has a few useful things to purchase. We can increase our Medigel capacity. We haven't needed Medigel, but there it is. And there's an array of gifts we can purchase for the injured Ashley Williams when she wakes up. There are flowers, there's candy, there's various books by various people, and here is an interesting one. Who remembers some of the conversations we had in Mass Effect 1 with Ashley? A volume of poems by Alfred Tennyson. We'll get that as a present. She will particularly appreciate that, I think. We also have here a talk between Dr. Michel and Dr. Chakwas, our old medical officer from the Normandy.
Shepard, there you are.
Dr. Chakwas, you're here?
I'm working at an Alliance R&D lab down in Shelter Wards, coordinating closely with Admiral Hackett. I heard you escaped Earth in the Normandy, and that someone was critically injured. I came as fast as I could.
We had a run-in with the Cerberus synthetic on Mars. Ashley took the worst of it. How is she doing?
Very well, all things considered. I'm impressed with Lieutenant Commander Williams' resilience, as well as Dr. Michel's expertise. I wish I could have been there to help on Mars.
It's been 6 months, Doctor. How have you been?
Good. I've been fortunate. When they impounded Normandy, the Alliance didn't really know what to do with me. I was never officially part of Cerberus, and I'd gotten a proper leave of absence from my previous post.
So you hadn't technically done anything wrong by joining me to defeat the Collectors?
Yes, though I suppose if you were judged to be a war criminal, I would have been tried as an accessory.
Your place is in Normandy's medbay, not some lab.
I couldn't agree more. You say the word and I'm with you.
The Normandy wouldn't be the same without you, Doctor. Get your things. Docking Bay D-24.
Yes, Commander. And thank you.
Don't thank me so soon. Remember, Joker's still aboard.
And I'd be surprised if he's been remembering his medication.
So, that adds Dr. Chakwas to our crew. That is an optional thing, and I'll talk when it becomes relevant about what happens if you don't do that. But for now, the final thing we can do at the hospital is have a bit of a meet-up with Ashley, who I believe is in this room here.
That was touch and go. Good work, Dr. Freylich.
You got pretty banged up there, Williams. Had me worried. I just wanted to check in on you. See how you're doing. Despite all this, it's good seeing you again, Ash. Get some rest, okay? I'll come by when you're feeling better. We'll talk. You need anything, Doc, let me know. Okay, Ash. You take care. I'll see you soon.
And so with that, we've only got one more thing we need to do on the Citadel before we go, which is, so if we head over to the docking bay. So here, obviously, you can see the Normandy straight ahead, which is our long-term goal. But we have one more little conversation to have before we go, which is with Diana Allers.
but you're on the Normandy, right?
There we go.
What's going on here?
Commander, just who I was looking for. Diana Allers, Alliance News Network. I think we can help each other.
I suppose you want an interview?
Even better. I'm a military reporter with the show called Battle Space. We're carried on just about all Council planets. My producers want me embedded on a human ship, and I want that ship to be the Normandy.
Why would I want that?
Wars can be won or lost in the editing room, and this war needs to be won. I've got Alliance security clearance and operate without a crew. You get veto power over the segments I file. Can you handle an arrangement like that? Or do I keep looking?
Tell your producers yes for now. We'll see how it works out. Report to the ship as soon as possible. Any questions?
How much gear can I bring?
1 footlocker.
Aye, aye, Commander.
So that's a conversation you want to have sooner rather than later. And with that, I think we're going to finish up. That's a really cool view of the arms of the Citadel with the Normandy in front. So that's Diana Allers as a war asset as well. I'll talk next episode about what war assets are. So next episode we're going to be going onto the Normandy and just kind of having a look around the ship, and I'll give you a bit of a kind of orientation for it. We won't be getting on with a mission on Palaven yet. That'll be another episode beyond that. I don't know how long this episode's been. I don't know how long next episode's going to be. These are just untimed episodes where I'm just like, they'll be as long as they be until the point is until I've done what we need to do. So, hope you'll join me next episode for the tour of the Normandy. Thank you very much, and good day.